If you want to change your life, you don't need to overhaul everything. You just need 3 minutes a day. I'm Neilz-Reid, and today I'm going to teach you about the 3-minute rule and how to utilize dopamine to your advantage. So, what's the science behind dopamine? Well, dopamine, also known as a feel-good chemical in our brain, it helps us and it makes us feel good once we accomplish something. So, if you think about it, if you date back to prehistoric times, dopamine was used if we were hunting for animals and we gathered them or something like that, and dopamine would be released and make us feel good or anything like that, right? But nowadays with social media and your phone, all of these apps have used dopamine against us and keep us addicted to the apps or addicted to what the purpose of the apps are. So for video games, or keep you hooked on TikTok, and these can all lead to very negative results. However, we can also use this for positive results. So in the 3-minute rule, we can use dopamine by tricking our brain into doing simple 3-minute long tasks, and it will create a ripple effect that will then generate a successful outcome. This is my journal from a couple years ago. Every night for about 3 minutes I'd write in it, and I'd write about positive things that happened to me. For example, if I went on a walk that day with our dog, and I was happy because I saw the sunshine, or I saw a butterfly, I don't know, something silly, whatever, it doesn't matter what it is, but as long as it made you happy and it made you feel positively. Studies show that gratitude practice improves our mental health by shifting our thoughts from negative thinking, like things that we don't have or things that we want, to what we're grateful for example, like that flower that I might have seen or that sunset. And over time, this will improve to more positive outcomes. Alright, so the next habit is deep breathing or stretching. Now, I don't stretch regularly in the morning, but I do after my runs and before my runs. However, I'm going to talk about deep breathing. So this method that I learned from Wim Hof, I believe. If you haven't heard of him, he focuses on so many different things actually, but he's well known for his ice baths and being able to resist the cold, and he uses it, and I don't know how he does it. It's incredible. I'm willing to learn more about it, but his name's Wim Hof. Be sure to check it out. Anyway, so the breathing technique is breathe in as much as you can, and then hold for a bit, not too long, just like under a second, and then deeply out, or that's what he says, and then try to breathe everything you have in your body out, and then repeat that, and do that about 30 times, and that's what his method is. He has some other things that you keep on going. It's really interesting, really cool. He has this one where you breathe in, breathe out, do that about 30 times, and you hold your breath and see how long you can hold it for. That's really interesting, but that's not the point for this one. This one is, so you'll breathe and just do it maybe 10 times, and the point of this is that it'll just clear your mind, and it'll make you feel better if you had a rough day, or something really just pissed you off. You know, maybe doing this, well, this will definitely help you make you feel better and make you focus on your breathing. Be sure not to think about other thoughts. So if you have other thoughts, acknowledge that you're thinking about it, but just pass on and focus on your breathing, and that's it. Now, a lot of people who stretch, they have their own method and their techniques and the stretches that they'll do. For example, when I go on a run, I have the stretches that I'll do for my run. I believe it's called ABs. I can't remember, but I have these stretches and I just keep on doing them. And same thing with the stretching, it'll make you feel more mindful, I guess. It'll make you know what to do, make you same thing with the breathing. It's really similar to each other. But if stretching's what works for you, do it. But if breathing's what works for you, do it. Or if it's both, do whatever you need to do to be able to relax, and shouldn't take more than 3 minutes. So that's that. So habit 3 is to declutter a small space. It's pretty self-explanatory, but what it is just to clean up, and it's a win. It might not be the biggest win, but it's definitely it's a win. And depending on how big the space is, it's gonna definitely affect your mind. And one thing that I learned today is that if you have a cluttered mind, you probably have a cluttered space. And if you have a cluttered space, you'll definitely have a cluttered mind. So keep in mind, your space reflects yourself, your house reflects yourself, the way you treat it. So try to respect it, keep it clean, respect yourself, and it's still a win. And your dopamine will count it as a win and make you feel better, and that's that. Third one is micro-learning. Now, learning something new or personal growth doesn't have to take hours. Obviously, if you want to go more into depth, yeah, it'll take more time, but you only need 3 minutes to get started. Create the ripple effect to then on proceed and learn more. But what I recommend here is to read a book, honestly. Watching videos online is great, but the thing is that you might get distracted. But if you can, I know that I would get distracted, but if you know yourself and you can force yourself not to get distracted by anything, that's great. Watch a little video, take notes. Only 3 minutes, don't spend a ton of time. But for the sake of this video, go for 3 minutes, try to learn something. But personally, I would pick up a book and just try to read as much as I can, or read 10 pages or something like that in 3 minutes. But knowing myself, I won't be able to read 10 pages in 3 minutes, but read as much as you can, or read for 3 minutes. Set yourself a time and take notes. That's that. All right, habit number 5, positive visualization. Now, I talked about this in a previous video, and I won't talk about it too much because I'll get distracted and I'll talk about it way too much. But I'll list the videos at the end of this video for you to watch. Really recommend them. It's not perfect, but working on it. Anyhow, so spend 3 minutes visualizing your goal or something you're looking forward to achieving, and think about it in present tense. So think about it as if you've already won, or you've already received what you want. So say your goal is to have $20,000 in your bank account. Visualize yourself having $20,000 in your bank account, and the feeling, the emotion that you'd have towards that, and the attachment you'll have, and the feelings, what you'd do with it, and just think about it. Think about it as if you already have it, and act as if you already have it. And you can do this, maybe go on a couch, sit down, close your eyes, and just visualize. Or even if you have a vision board, you can just stare at your vision board and visualize those positive things. The beauty of the 3-minute rule is that it feels achievable, which will keep you consistent. Try starting with just one of these habits and stay consistent and do it every day. Watch over time how these small habits will create and lead to a big ripple effect and big change. Comment down below which one you're going to be doing, and let me know how you like the video. And if you have any questions, be sure just to drop them down.